Hey, welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about something called connectives. This is going to be connected to the if-then lesson. So if you haven't seen the first part, the if-then introduction, you should definitely check that out. Connectives are used to connect more than one question for SCAR or statement for SCAR. Remember in the if-then video, we learned that you could ask SCAR if something is true, then do something. Well, connectives let you say things like this. They'll let you say, if this is true and this is true, so they let you ask two things at once, then do something. Or they let you say, if this is true or this is true, then do something else. So these are different keywords that we're going to learn how to use. We'll just start with an example just to show you what I mean. So let's create two variables. Let's make them a and b, with they'll both be integers. Now let's just give them values. I'll give a the value of let's say 0, and b will be 10. Okay. Now let's write a quick if-then statements using a connective. So what we're going to do is same format. So we say if something is true. So the first thing will be a equals 0. We'll say if a equals 0. This is a question for SCAR. If a equals 0, then do something. But instead of saying then, we're going to add another keyword that's going to be and. So if a is 0 and b is greater than 5, then we'll do something. And we have to put parentheses around these two. So you see how the word and, the keyword and, turned bold. That means that SCAR uses it for a special reason. And this reason is it connects these two statements. These questions for SCAR are connected. So SCAR will see, is A equal to 0 and is B greater than 5? So if either of these are false, if A isn't 0 or if B isn't greater than 5, then it won't do this next part. And then it's the same thing for here as we saw in the last video. Just write whatever you want or do whatever you want between beginning and end. A and A is 0 and B is greater than 5. And we could also put have and else and have more statements here if we wanted to, but you don't have to. So this is the and connective. There's also another one called the or connective. So in this case, SCAR would check, is this one true or this one true? So if either one of those are true, or if they're both true, then it would do this part. It would do this. Otherwise, it would skip it. All right, that's the other one. And the last one I'm going to show you is called not. Not kind of negates whatever you put it before. So for example, if we say, if we just say, let's delete all this and say not a equals 0. So this, what does this mean? This means that it negates this. So if this is true, if this part is true right here, then SCAR will make it false because of the not. So if a equals 0, SCAR will ask itself, is a equals 0? It'll say true. But then it'll see this not and it'll say, okay, we'll change that to false. And so it'll skip this. This might sound a little confusing, but just know that not negates whatever true or false value. And before we end this video, I'm going to show you that you can actually use more than one of these, more than one keyword connective. So you can say, so B and, so let's do something like this. B is greater than 5. And then we'll also say, so we'll put another parenthesis. Remember, this kind of gets annoying after a while, but you have to put parentheses around everything. So, and we can say or. We'll say or this other thing is true. So either these two are true or this part is true. And for this part, we'll just say b equals 10. So this is our combination of statements, and that we combine them with something called connectives. So it'll check, SCAR will check, is a equals 0 and b greater than 5. If this part is true, then it'll go on and it'll do this. But if this is false, then it'll also check this one. It'll say, but the other way this could run is if b is equal to 10. So is b equal to 10? So if this is true, then it will run again. It'll still run this. And if both of these are false, if these two are false and this one is false, then it'll skip this part and go on. That's about it for connectives. I hope it wasn't too confusing. And remember, you don't really have to use them right away, but just know that they exist, and eventually you will realize that you will need them in some situations. Thanks for watching.